早呀.
So we're leaving the base camp today and we're hoping to see the sunrise in the morning.
Sunrise is supposed to be at 7:17. It's 7:14 right now. I mean, I don't think the sunrise really matters because you can't really see it. We're surrounded by mountains. So I think I'm still just gonna see if the sun shines on Mt.Everest, and I think that will be pretty.
So as you can probably tell, I was already out of breath talking because we are still on 5,200 meter altitude, and it's the morning after we spent our first night at the Mt.Everest Base Camp. It's less windy and it's definitely warmer than yesterday. Everyone is patiently waiting for that first stream of sunlight shines on Mt.Everest, and it was definitely very pretty.
So this is the closest that we can get to Mt.Everest. Yeah, the sun is coming out. Taking a last look at Mt.Everest where the sun is rising. Woohoo! I can't believe we're leaving that fast. We're leaving way too fast. 感觉可以在这儿待上一天，但是我们要走了。我的谢谢。
So we got our Everest Base Camp certificate, and we're basically just heading back to Shigatse today.
This is again our stop at the top of the mountain, and we were able to see the Himalaya mountains for one last time.
You can already see that 180 curves that we are about to take heading down. So I'm just recording some of the things I see while on the road. For example, this was basically literally a village in the mountains, and people still live there. They have their lives, and it's just, I love seeing these different perspectives, how people lead their lives, and it's very interesting to me. This, I believe, is some type of farmland, and you see some yak and some people working on the farm. So here I'm basically cutting away 6 hours of drive. Isn't it convenient? But anyway, this is the second day actually. We were back at Shigatse, and then the third day of our whole trip, we were able to basically tour this temple in Shigatse before we head back to Lhasa. And then this is one of the most famous temple in Shigatse. So here our tour guide is basically explaining this temple. As you can see, 这个就是全景非常好看. It's full of 这种层次感, and I really like that. So basically there are 5 of these these high temples with golden roofs. These are the ones that you must go. Like, it has the most important things of this temple. I think one of the things I like about Tibet and seeing all these temples is the fact that these temples are still in use even after thousands or hundreds of years. Local people still believe in their God. They still pay their respect to these temples. They still come and give their prayers or say their prayers or give their money, give their donation. It's like a tradition that they keep. It's not like Rome where, you know, the Colosseum or whatever we saw, it's no longer in use. It's plainly for tourists, and I think that was kind of boring, even though the ruins were spectacular to see. But I think them being like these temples being still in use give it more of a meaning, in my opinion. So none of these main temples allow pictures, of course, but yeah, you basically see, you go up, you go in, and then it's going to be either like statues or white towers inside those temples. So what's in here? The this one. It's pretty impressive. That one is the real dead body of the 10th Panchen Lama. So they took out the intestines and then they put a lot of salt to preserve it. And then it's like on the 白塔，就是他就坐在那个白塔上，灵塔上面。Oh my god. Yeah, so seeing the dead body was definitely a shock. But anyway, as you can see, you need to take a picture. It's $125 or yuan per picture, or thousands per video.
So we went to that one where the 10th Panchen Lama's dead body still looks up upon us.
So here's one painting that is stories, India stories. India stories.
这个里面呢是第5跟第9班禅喇嘛的墓，是他们的骨灰。然后墙旁边有大概1000个释迦牟尼的画，都是不一样的姿势，很酷。Yeah, if you weren't amazed by this, you should be now, because this is definitely a lot bigger than I expected, and it's relatively new, but I mean it's full of stuff. So after about 2 hours, we finally went out, and these buildings, like the buildings that we didn't go in, are most likely the dorms of the monks.
So for our driver, are you agree?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think the first thing I like him very much is that before he started.
And as we end our itinerary, we saying goodbye to our driver and tour guide. So we're basically driving back to Lhasa, and we do see a lot of the locals' houses. So after 6 hours, we are finally back at Lhasa, and this is our view from the hotel, and it was just gorgeous. Because it's not a huge tourist city, we do live with the locals, so there's no particular area that's only for tourists. So it felt really nice. It felt like I was one of the Tibet locals. It was just really nice to see how they live and experience how they live as well. And yeah, on top of our hotel, we were able to see Buddha Lagoon. So we checked out the night view, just our way of saying goodbye to Lhasa.
Okay, just kidding. What's a better way to say goodbye than going clubbing? It was definitely a lot more modern than I expected, very high-tech, and this is also a chain store. So Lhasa is definitely not what you might think it is.
Put your fucking hands up,